Yo, what's going on, everybody? Jojo back with another video. As you can see by the title, our collection's worth it. Now, we're going to mainly focus on the Mookie Betts collection since he was the one that just dropped. But we're also going to talk about the live series collection with Chipper Jones. And we're also going to talk about the Mariano Rivera collection. And we'll dive a little bit into Jackie Robinson and Shohei Ohtani. But before we get into the video, I want y'all go ahead and like this thing up. Let's aim for 15. We'll go for 20. Let's go for 20 likes on this video. Comment down below how much of the collections do you have done? Do you have all of them done? Do you have live series? Are you not going for any of them? And do you believe they're worth it at this point in the year? And lastly, hit that subscription button. Turn on that little notification bell down below. Turn on all notifications as we do stream from time to time on YouTube. And I'd love to have you in there. I appreciate all y'all support. Let's keep this train rolling. The first collection we're going to talk about is the Chipper Jones collection. If you don't know how to do collections at this point, say you just got the game or you're new, live series collection is this, and you got to collect every single team. As you can see, I have it. With this live series collection, you do get Alfonso Soriano, plus David Ortiz, plus a bunch of other cards in between that do go to the other collections, such as the Mariano Rivera collection and now the Mookie Betts collection. Now we're going to take a look at Chipper Jones in the lineup and let's compare him to some other players in the game that maybe are free, that maybe aren't free, but you can buy him fairly cheap. And let's determine, is Chipper Jones worth it? So, because at the end of the day, you still got to spend a good million stubs. It is way cheaper than when I did it. When I did it, it was about 2 point something million. It is in the millions now. But we look at Chipper Jones and say we compare him. Let's compare him to these three right here. So Jose Ramirez, as you can see, definitely doesn't match up in anything. Chipper's way better. Jose does have positional versatility almost everywhere, but I'm obviously every day of the week taking Chipper Jones, and it's not even close on that one. Troy Gloss, same thing. Pablo Sandoval actually was a decent comparison to me outside of versus lefties. He does play better defense. He is better against righties, even with me having Chipper parallel 4. But the lefties is so weak. But as a free card, out of all three of these, Pablo Sandoval, as a switch hitter too, almost makes it, especially if you play on lower levels. Now, if you're not a legend player, where you don't need Chipper Jones. Now, we also have Rafael Devers, who obviously is very close. As far as against righties, he's better. Against lefties, he's worse. So it's like at that point, would you rather have Pablo Sandoval as the switch hitter or Rafael Devers? Escobar, also a switch hitter. So at this point, we also have Wander Franco. We can look at some secondary. There's Trey Turner. Is the Chipper Jones live series collection still worth it? In my opinion, I believe it is. I think the Chipper Jones collection is still worth it because Chipper Jones is easily going to be the best third baseman in the league. I mean, in this game, the whole year. Now, can we say that about some of the other collections? We'll see when we get there. But Chipper Jones, maybe it's just me being a biased Braves fan. I do think that the Chipper Jones collection is still very much worth it. Now, we're going to dive into the Mariano Rivera collection. Now, when we were collecting the Mariano Rivera, you needed Jackie Robinson and every ticket but one, which we didn't do the prospects. And at that time, you didn't need a lot to get this Rivera card. Like, it wasn't that much because TA2 had just dropped. So getting Mariano Rivera, honestly, very easy, very simple. I'm not even going to stick on Mariano Rivera too long. I think out of all the collections, Mariano Rivera is the most worth it because of how easy at this point he is to get. And he'll be one of the best, if not the best, right-handed reliever. Now, me personally, I love this Alex Reyes. The new 99 Goose Gossage is great. But he's still going to be in everybody's pin for the whole year. And to me, that's worth it. Now, what I don't like is that it was a bullpen arm. So you're only going to use him every few games. But out of all the collections, he's the easiest one to do because if you've done your TA2s, you're pretty much there with Mariano Rivera. Everything else is simple. You get free signature series cards with the Whitey Ford. We get 2 more this month with the Daily Moment. Like, the milestones are easy to get for Rivera. I definitely think the Mariano Rivera collection is worth it. I didn't want to stick on this one too long, just for the simple fact of, I think he, out of all 3 collections of the big collections, the Life Series, the first set, and the Mookie Betts one, I think the Mariano Rivera one is the most worth it because it's the easiest. Now, really quickly, Jackie Robinson, the price is up to 40K, so maybe at this point, I wouldn't do Jackie Robinson if you're going for Mo Rivera, and just do the prospects, because all you got to do is the USA map once, or you can even buy them. As you can see, I still haven't done them. They're 4,000 each to get to 35 plus the diamonds. You should have a few of these by now, but if you don't, you know, just do your USA map and you'll get all this done for free. So instead of buying the 10 extra 42 cards that you need at 40K each, which is 400,000, just do the prospects. You'll easily get Mo Rivera. Do I think the Jackie Robinson collection is worth it? I feel like no, because when you compare him to, say, somebody like Trey Turner at second base, which is who I'm currently using, I just put in Jackie so we can compare it. It doesn't seem very, very close, right, to the naked eye, but his swing is better. It feels like the ball jumps off his bat a little bit more. If you've played with this Trey Turner, you know for a fact that he may be one of the best cards in the game. I don't think the Jackie Robinson collection is worth it at this point in time, except for at the end when you're trying to go for Mookie Betts. So if you're going for Mookie Betts, obviously Jackie could be worth it to you because obviously you need him. We'll get to Jackie in a minute. I mean, we'll get to the Mookie Betts collection in a minute. And then we have Shohei Ohtani. Once again, if you're going for Mookie Betts, this is worth it. If you're not going for Mookie, you don't need this for Mariano Rivera. You're just trying to take your time. Some of these cards are cheap because of the flash sale yesterday. So if you were close, then of course it's worth it. But having to spend 200, 400, 500K for a card that can only go every 5 days. I love this Ohtani personally. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing too bad with them. His hitting stats obviously are absolutely cracked. I wish you could use this card in the field. If you've done your TA3s, that does help going towards it because you can get all the way up to this Prince Fielder for free. Plus you get Acuna with the TA3. I would go for Acuna, but if you're not going for Mookie Betts, I'm not going to stick on this one too long. I don't think the Ohtani collection is worth it either. Now for the final, this is the one I mainly wanted to focus on. Mookie Betts. Is the Mookie Betts collection worth it? I put a poll up on yesterday on YouTube. It was overwhelmingly no. I think out of 100 answers, 75% said no. And I'd lean towards I agree. Now, I'm going for Mookie for a couple of reasons. One, I'm a content creator. This is like my job. So getting Mookie Betts, I want to get him so I can show y'all how to get him for as cheap as possible. What's the best methods? That's why I'm going for him. Also, I've been begging for a Mookie Betts card, an MVP Mookie Betts card, because his finest card was one of my favorite cards last year, and his stats weren't nowhere near this, but he was my best hitter. So I know getting this card, he's going to be absolutely amazing. He will be my second baseman all year. But for the casual player, for the person who barely picks up the game, for the person who only has 1 or 2 hours to play this game, is this collection worth it? Absolutely not. Now, for multiple reasons. One, you need 25 of these milestone cards, and there's not 25 cheap ones. Yes, Goose Gossage, 100K. Nolan Ryan, 235K. Henley Jensen, 300K. Kiner, 135K. Leiter, 200K. Paxton, 200K. This collection alone, just the milestone, the amount that you need, and don't get me wrong, I collected a lot of the cheap ones too, but just that alone could cost you close to 1 million stubs just collecting the milestone. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're going for Mookie, you don't have to do the milestone, which is why I stopped. I'm going to keep doing this because there will be a third collection, and you will need these cards. But with the milestone being 1 million, I'm going to just do the monthly awards. So, and then when you go to awards, look how expensive this is as well. Bryce Harper, 300K. Larry Walker, 100K. We collected Troy Gloss, 75K. Matt Wieters, 100K. 141K. Nick Markakis, 135K. The lowest card here, 89 overall, 125K. I'm telling you, I don't believe Mookie Betts is worth it if you're a casual player, if you're not doing content. And when I say he's not worth it, he's not worth doing it right now. Now, if Mookie Betts is one of your favorite players, by all means, take your time to do it. But would I put $1,000 into this game to get Mookie Betts? Absolutely not. If I wasn't a content creator and I didn't make my stubs daily by flipping, I had enough stubs to do this. I don't spend a dime on here. I'm close to Mookie. All I gotta do is finish the BR program, and I'll get these 3 awards cards. I'm doing the monthly awards, and I'm buying the prospects with the amount of stubs I have left. So, me personally, I want them. Do I suggest you go out and do this? Absolutely not. I honestly don't. I'm just being honest with you because the Mookie card is amazing. I've seen some people say, it's not really worth it. This card's cracked. His swing is cracked. His stats are cracked. He has diamond fielding everywhere that he plays without having to parallel him once. He has good speed. This card will be a top 5 card in the game. But could you win without this card? Yes. And that's why I say I don't believe it's worth going out spending 4 to 8 million stubs that it costs to get this card. 4 million, it costs over 4 million stubs if you've done everything for free. If you went and got all the free cards, it costs 4 million. If you don't have not one free card because you don't play a lot, it costs 8 million stubs. Who's got that laying around? I don't suggest you go do that. I don't suggest you buy this card. Over time, it will get way easier. I promise you that. You get 2 signature series cards with the daily moments this month. We did get the Whitey Ford. So that's 3 out of the 10 signature series cards that are free. We do get milestone cards from time to time. So in a month or 2, yes, you can get this Mookie Betts fairly easy. And of course, when TA4 drops, that'll help get towards it too. But is it worth going to get Mookie when you got to spend $500K on Jackie Robinson, you got to spend another $500 to $1 million on Shohei Ohtani, and then you got to spend $1 million stubs on the milestone collection, plus another $400 or $500K on awards? I honestly don't believe it. If I wasn't a content creator and I didn't spend my time on this game, I probably wouldn't have Mookie for a couple months. Just being honest with you, I don't think it's worth doing, especially right now. Now, over time, it will get easier. Absolutely. Mariano Rivera, worth it. Easy. Go for him. Chipper Jones, I still believe to be worth it. Mookie Betts, as of today, I don't think so. So if you like this kind of content and you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Make sure you hit that sub button, turn on that notification bell, and comment down below once again. Were you excited about this Mookie Betts card? Did it do it for you? And of course, as always, peace, love, till next time.